Chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier. It's been almost 2 weeks. I miss you guys. How has everybody been doing? Is everybody ready for the holidays? I'm definitely not. I'm not doing anything for Christmas. You know, it's a few children in my life that are close to me that could possibly be expecting a Christmas gift. I don't really know yet. Don't tell them and don't hold me to it. Okay, because times is hard, honey. Okay, listen. Before I get into the motherfucking mischief of the fuckery of the show, y'all not going to the nail shop to get y'all nails done? Because why every time I go to the... And you know what? Let me light a cigarette on this because I'm going to tell you something. Now listen, I live in a very rural area. It's not many stores to choose from to get your press-ons. Either you're going to go to CVS, the hair store, which has the longest, most bejeweled animated nails, and y'all know that's not my thing. Hello, hello, hello. Or you're going to go to Walmart. I prefer Walmart because they have a huge array of press-on nails. Listen, I know we're not supposed to be shopping at Walmart, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I go to Walmart Friday. Are y'all feeling my look? I thought I would give y'all a little Dominique Devereaux today. The champagne is burned. Anyway. So I go to Walmart. I get fresh off of work. I'm like, I had white nails. You know, I'm not a complete hater of all white nails, but honey, it depends on the shape. And this shape made my hands look like I had piano keys on the end of them. So I go to the Walmart. I have this special pack. It's Salon Perfect is the brand. And they sell 100 stiletto shaped French manicure tipped press-on nails. And they all have them like individually wrapped or individually sectioned off. Thumb, index finger, middle finger, yada, yada, yada. And it's only $10 and it lasts me about 3 months. Now, when I really, really got into sewing and things, that's when I really, really started, getting into press-ons because, I was going to the nail shop and getting acrylics and I couldn't even, thread a fucking needle. I'm really like Gumby in the fingers when I have these nails on. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start switching. I'm taking my craft seriously. I'm going to switch to press-ons. Honey. Oh, the girls were making fun of me. Oh, girl, only broke bitches do that. You got to go to the nail shop, honey. And I also do my own pedicures. I don't like anybody else really touching my feet like that. Now, ever since COVID, slowly but surely, here are all you nail shop girls coming into the Walmart beauty section, snatching up all the good press-ons. Take your motherfucking ass to the nail shop, honey. The fuck? They only had about 3 packs of goddamn nails, and they all look like toenails. Now, I like a ballerina shape, or almond shape, or a really, really sharp, long, slender stiletto. It brings out the femininity in my hands. Anyway. Also, before I get into the fuckery of the show again, so, listen, I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle, okay? But, prima donna, you can't hustle everything. Now, if you're not familiar with prima donna, oh, it's not even lit. If you're not familiar with prima donna, honey, prima donna is a reality star, but she's also, a business mogul, if you will. She has sold everything from tummy teas to waist trainers to crock pots. Well, she has expanded her business, honey, with these seafood boils in a bag. honey, when I saw this, I said, you know what? I'm not even going to be a hater. She's about her money. And, before I really start to shade her, because I am going to shade you, Prima Donna. And I like Prima Donna. I think she's funny and cute. And she's ambitious. It's not an idea that comes to her head, no matter how bad everybody else around her may tell her it sounds. Oh, she is going to try and make some money. And I don't blame her. Again, times is hard. So I find it funny that whenever a black woman starts a business, us as the black community, we're so quick to rush into judgment. Now, this one, listen, I told you I was getting ready to shade her, but I've seen other celebs and, reality stars sell the most ridiculous things, and there's not all this outrage about it. So, Prima Donna, some ideas should stay in your head, but I don't fault you for being a real hustler. But again, you can't hustle everything. So take a look at this.
Enjoy our new holiday stocking stuffer. Listen, y'all, this is a gumbo stocking stuffer. This is what I would need for Christmas. Okay, get it for your people right now. We got them available for you for $125.99. You can get a holiday gumbo stocking stuffer shipped to your doorstep. Yes, it smells amazing here.
Holiday stocking full of gumbo goodness. Just pour it into a bowl, heat, and watch the magic happen. Smoky swimming in a rich...
It's packed with shrimp, blue crab, smoked sausage, tender chicken, okra, and all the fixings. Just warm, pour, and serve for a bowl of Louisiana comfort that smells like Christmas in the...
What in the Christmas colostomy is going on here? Prima Donna. And then, hold on. Wait a minute, Prima Donna. So you're telling me for one bowl of Christmas colostomy soup, I have to pay $125.97. And then on top of it, what is the shipping like? Does it come frozen? I mean, because we are talking about seafood. And Prima Donna, 3 shrimp, 1 crab claw, and 6 pieces of okra, doodle like watery soup, and rice for $125. Girl. Now, girl. I'm sorry, but you need to be slapped right across your face for that. And then to have it in the shape of a holiday stocking. Again, I give you an A for effort. I mean, and then also another thing that I really didn't like about this, I went to her Instagram page to make sure that this wasn't a joke, and it's really not a joke. But what I don't like is that you use so much AI, Prima Donna. You know that they are using black neighborhoods, the fresh water in black neighborhoods, and they're building these AI-generated, facilities in these neighborhoods, and it's polluting the air and the water, and it's hurting our people. I saw somebody in the comments say, well, you using so much AI, honey. What the hell does the food really look like? Anyway, if you're interested in a Christmas colostomy soup, honey, go over to Prima Donna's Instagram page. Just make sure you got your $125 up front, honey, because she ain't using no Klarna and no MyPay over there. Anyway, so listen. Let's get into the biggest fashion story of the week. So we talked a couple episodes ago about Donatella Versace's replacement, Dario Vitale, exiting Versace after only one collection. Not even a whole season, just one collection. And I was saying, y'all are not giving these new designers a chance to get their footing at these major fashion houses. That's a lot of pressure. As I stated before, Dario Vitale was the first person outside of the Versace bloodline to head the house. You got to give people a chance. Well, he's out. There were rumors circulating on the net that former Balmain creative director, a staple in Paris fashion, on the Paris fashion scene, by the way, was going to take over. I wasn't mad at it. Not really mad at it because I love Olivier Roundstein, but I thought it was really random. Well, flash forward to earlier this week. And it seems as though, we haven't gotten any official word as of yet, but it seems as all Versace fingers are pointing to creative director of Azzedine Alaïa, Peter Mulier. I'm gonna just give my I'm just gonna go for the gusto. I think it's thoughtless. It comes across as a money grab, and a money grab that does not have has its consumers at the most front part of the minds. Just because Peter Mulier can make a lot of money over there at Azzedine Alaïa doesn't mean you could bring him, just shift him like a hot potato over here to Versace and you're going to get the same outcome. Creativity is not to be shuffled around like this. And again, it's like you guys don't even give a fuck about your consumer. I saw so many people in the comments like, listen, we love Peter Mulier, but we like him at Alaïa for right now. He's only been there since 2019, I believe. And it's just like, it's random. I'm going to tell y'all something. Capitalism is a motherfucker. And we are seeing it firsthand, like, damn, y'all don't even care that the people that are buying this shit are saying, no, leave him where he's at, please. And again, this is all speculation and rumors, but I've seen major fashion publications talking about this. So in my mind, they've done everything but sign on the dotted line at this point. And listen, I know fashion has to get the money, and the machine behind it to keep these fashion houses going. But golly. And then it's like, another white man? Really? You couldn't find anybody else? Even if it wasn't going to be Olivier, which I prefer that it not be. He needs at least a 2 or 3 year hiatus for us to even be able to forget, as if we could ever, all the great works that he's done for the last 10, 11 years at Balmain. Peter Mulier, although he hasn't been at Alaïa as long as Olivier Roundstein was at Balmain, he has really made a name for himself over there at Azzedine Alaïa, to the point where when you think of Peter Mulier, the first thing you think of is Azzedine Alaïa. You can't just throw him over into the Versace atelier like that. I don't like it. And I am a huge fan of Peter Mulier and what he's doing at Alaïa. I absolutely love it. You guys know this if you have been watching. But to just shuck and jive him over to Alaïa, and for it to be another recycled white man from another European fashion brand, it blows me. No thought put into it. And again, capitalism is just sucking the fucking fun out of everything. Speaking of which, the co-chairs of the Met Gala have been announced. And Beyonce, Knowles Carter, is making a huge comeback as one of the 4 co-chairs of this year's Met Gala after a 10-year hiatus from the biggest fashion event of every year. Alongside Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and, of course, Anna Wintour. Now, my train of thought on this, there's two sides to my coin here. Okay, follow me. I'll start off with the nice version first. On one side of the coin, my first thought is, sometimes, we have to hobnob and rub elbows with the enemy. When I say the enemy, I mean the Bezos. Because, we talked about this a couple episodes ago. They wrote a big check in donation to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And they are also, I believe, hosting the event, or they have some, the Bezos bimbo has some kind of dealings with the events that, aside from her writing, or excuse me, her husband writing a check. We saw Beyonce at Kris Jenner's birthday party, which was held at none other than Mr. Bezos' opulent LA residence. Beyonce, the rumor mill and the internet and social media is swirling about what is to come for the Act 3, following Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. There's a lot of buzz around Beyonce right now. Everybody's wondering what she's going to do. And so, again, back to my first train of thought is, sometimes we have to move in spaces and do things that the general public doesn't understand and might be uncomfortable with for the greater good. And my heart of hearts is telling me that's what's going on here. Now, we've also seen Beyonce sitting at dinner with Ivanka Trump and her husband. I don't even know his name. It doesn't even matter. We've also seen Beyonce do a bunch of other stuff that goes against everything that the Maga administration deems acceptable. Her whole Renaissance album was a love letter to queer people. Her whole country music album was to bring back awareness of our history as cowboys and where, this whole cowboy aesthetic really comes from, which is us. Everybody's, alluding to the fact that this Act 3 is going to be rock and roll, which again was taken over by the colonizers, but it really originated with us. So in that sense, I can be like, and sit back and wait and not judge. The other side of me, the Norma Ray side of me, honey, is like, Beyonce, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just being honest. And I love Beyonce. But Beyonce, what the hell is going on here? And I think that's a fair stance to take as people who are, who know what's going on politically, but who also love fashion. When I first heard about this, and listen, Nicole Kidman, great. Venus Williams, great. They have another beautiful black woman on the co-chair diocese. Great, great, great. But we're talking about Beyonce right now, because there's only one Beyonce. Okay? And she hasn't been at the Met Gala for 10 years. This is huge. And for her to be the co-chair, this is big. I'm also looking at, her being at Kris Jenner's birthday party at Bezos' house. And I'm just like, is this thing where they're using her to get us to not boycott the Met Gala? All of that aside, we as John Q public have to decide what we're going to do and what we're going to support and what we're going to watch. Because, yeah, they might have all the money, but John Q public, the people, the everyday people, the ordinary people, we're the nuts and bolts that keep their bank accounts flowing. So what are we going to do? I don't know, and I would be lying dead to your face if I was to sit here and tell you I am not going to support the Met Gala. I am not going to cover it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want any parts of it. I would be a fool because, honey, the minute they said Beyonce was returning to the Met Gala, honey, I was like, ooh, girl, what is she going to wear? Ooh, girl, who's going to do her hair? Ooh, girl, is she going to bring Blue Ivy? Ooh, girl, is Jay-Z going to be there? Because, they've been talking about her and Jay-Z are on the rocks a little bit. But, they say that all the time about them. But I don't know. I saw her down at that NASCAR with Jay-Z, and it didn't look real friendly. They looked a little agitated. I don't know. I'm not wishing it. I want them to stay together. A beautiful Black power couple. Hello. But I'm just, listen. We're talking. So I would be lying to you if I told you I have no interest. Oh, honey, I'm definitely damn near all in already, and I don't even know what the hell is going on yet. But as all that being said, we John Q. Public, the nuts and bolts that keep their bank accounts flowing, again, we're the ones that have to make a decision. We've done let a lot of shit slide. We done let a lot of people slide that we're huge fans of. And so far, it ain't doing us no justice. Yet. So, that's what I have to say about that. It's up to us. What are we going to do? Are we going to support it because we love Queen Bee? Or are we going to stand firm in our stance and say, no, I'm sorry, we love you, Beyonce, but we just can't fool with it. Because we can separate our love for her and our disdain for Jeff Bezos, being, and his wife being involved in the Met Gala. Ooh, excuse me, that wasn't very ladylike, all over my mink. Oh. And by the way, this is real fur, but it's vintage real fur. This mink stole is probably older than I am. It was my mother's, excuse me. I borrowed it from her. What do you call it? I can't remember the word. I borrowed it from her closet, honey. Her archive. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah. It's on you. So what you want to do? Speaking of MAGA, Nicki Minaj has gone full. It is official. Nicki Minaj has gone full on MAGA Mammy. Now, we've seen her on social media for the past couple of weeks, past 2 months, teasing and toying around being MAGA. We saw her, fighting for Christians in Nigeria, this new alleged Ponzi scheme, all of that shit is just so, they can get Nigeria's natural resources. They don't give a fuck about nobody black and definitely don't give a fuck about nobody Christian, honey. Because white nationalism and Zionism and Christianity is 3 completely different motherfucking things. Well, let me just tell you. She also sided with Trump about the trans kids thing, which, of course she would, Nikki. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Well, today, and this just broke today, honey, just a couple of hours ago, Turning Point, which is, the dead Charlie Kirk's, platform, which has now been taken over by his widow. Which, by the way, let me get into Erica Kirk. Let me take a bite out of Erica Kirk real quick before I continue on with MAGA Mammi Minaj. Where are your kids, girl? I thought you said you were having a rough time and you just wanted your privacy. Girl, you've been going on a complete book tour. You don't even have a book. Does she have a book out? What is going on here? I saw you on CBS with that crazy Israel, crazy lady. I've seen you on all these shows. I saw you had a whole "Hey Barbara, this is Shirley" moment with Candace Cocker Spaniel Owens. Where are your kids? This is the fastest I done seen a widow mourn, and I know a couple of widows, honey. And I ain't judging nobody's grief process, but honey. And the things she's been saying, I mean, she accidentally slipped up and called Charlie Kirk a grifter. Isn't that her husband? And what is all this Shabbat Shalom about? I'm sorry to the Jewish community if I'm not pronouncing it right. Shabbat Shalom. That's how you say it. What is all this all of a sudden? Oh, he came home. I said, what do you want to eat, baby? I love Jesus. Drop your bags. Shabbat Shalom. What the hell is all of that about? Charlie Kirk won't down with Israel. And he wasn't Jewish. I don't know too many Christians that say Shabbat Shalom upon the arrival of their spouse after a hard day of work, if that's what you want to call it. Anyway, back to Maga Mammi Minaj. So, today, she joined Erica Kirk at her Turning Point event, walking out to Super Bass. And surprisingly, for as much as those people dislike black folks, they were starstruck and they were like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah! It's Nicki! Oh my God! Oh, fuck! It's Nicki Minaj! Nicki. So, I have a clip for you here. I have a bunch of clips, but I'm only going to play one because it's just beyond coonery and buffoonery for me. So, let's get into the clip. Let me pull it up here so I can watch along with you. Because I don't remember what the fuck she said. Here we go.
If as black women, we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, if we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful.
Why the hell are you sitting up there with that white cunt talking to her about black beauty? She don't give a fuck about black beauty. Maga Mammi Minaj. Are you serious? What are you sick? Are you on a drip? She went on to say a whole host of things, including, boys, it's okay to just be boys, which was a hit at the trans community. I'm not surprised, Miss Minaj. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. She went on to say a whole host of other things, including showing love and admiration for our dashing, in her words, President Donald Trump and the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president, which she called him an assassin. Mind you, she's saying this as she's being interviewed by Charlie Kirk's widow, who was assassinated, allegedly. Y'all are going to be surprised by what I say. But this is her right. If this, and this is here, this is where I'm at with it with Hispanic MAGA people, black MAGA people, queer MAGA people. Yes, there are queer MAGA people. Have you seen Caitlyn dinosaur paw print Jenner? This is where I'm at with minority groups of people who support MAGA. It is your right. All I motherfucking know is when they hang you out to dry, like they did Omarosa, like they gonna do 50 Cent, like they gonna do Little Boosie and all of them people that signed up with his ass and went down to the White House and oh, we love you, we love you, we love you. When they ring y'all out, Stephen A. Smith, MAGA Mammy Minaj, don't come back over here. Don't come back. Don't come back over here. Handle your shit. And I hope whatever you are trying to get out of MAGA, I hope they give it to you, and I hope you come out the other side unscathed. Because, honey, let me tell you something. Going by their history, honey, you ain't gonna make it. You are a black woman. Not only are you a black woman, but you're also an immigrant. Well, I'm not sure if was Nicki Minaj born in the United States or was she born, because she's Trinidadian. She's from Trinidad and Tobago. And, a lot of people were saying that, oh, she's trying to get a pardon for her brother. Oh, she's trying to get her husband's record expunged. Her husband was found guilty of rape and is a registered hex offender, and her brother is currently serving time in prison for molesting a minor. I'll say allegedly, just to keep my ass clean. Don't come from my mink. And a lot of people were saying, oh, she's doing that, and I thought that too. But Amanda Seales pointed out, made a very well thought out point when she said, that could be it. But she's also from Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago is very close to Venezuela, which is where Trump and MAGA are trying to clear free of all the drugs. And they have the ability to surveil Venezuela from Trinidad and Tobago. They also have the ability to fly their planes and land their planes. This is a great opportunity. The U.S., to me, in my personal opinion, and I think this is what Amanda Seales was getting at, it would be very beneficial for the U.S. and MAGA to have Trinidad and Tobago in their back pocket, because it gets them that much closer to getting whatever the hell they want from Venezuela. So she could have ties with that as well. And it could also be the fact that she's just plain old batshit crazy. And to the queer people that love her, that are so outraged, she's always been like this. I never thought for 1 minute that Nicki Minaj, I did when she first hit the scene and she was sticking up for gays, but there was little things along the way that she would say and little jabs that she would throw that let me know, and I've been through this with especially certain types of black females enough to know exactly what she meant. She's never liked the gays. She's never liked the butch queens. Let me tell you something. The moment queer people realize that for a lot of heterosexual black folks, we're just a coin for them, beyond that, they don't give a fuck. And that's not all heterosexual black people, but it's a nice size chunk. I'm very disappointed in Nicki Minaj. I really am. And, Nicki, we're always going to remember this. And you're still gonna have some fans, but the majority of your fans, I haven't really said too much about it because I've been waiting to see what other people were gonna say, and I wanna really, test the waters and test the temperature of the people before I just give my own opinion. But from what I'm seeing, girl, you're done. You're done. And it's a shame because you really are a great talent and you did a lot for females in hip hop. A lot of these new girls that are here have idolized you and watched you for years. A lot of these queer rappers, you've opened the door for queer and trans rappers as well. And, this is just a slap in the face to everybody that supported you. And I hope whatever you're trying to get out of this, I hope it is worth it. I really do. And again, for us ordinary people, we have to make a decision. Is Super Bass really that great of a song that you have to stream it after the fact, after all of this? Is her music really that good? I could go the rest of my life without listening to Nicki Minaj. I really could. Cause honey, quiet as it's kept, she's not my queen of hip hop. I came up with the notorious K.I.M., the blueprint for all of these girls that's doing it right now. I grew up on Foxy Brown, another blueprint for all the girls that are doing it right now. They ushered in the sexiness of hip hop for female hip hop. And did it in a way that is unmatched. So, yeah, as long as I can still listen to Kim, I'm alright. Try to stick a nigga for his pesos. If you say so, then I'm the same chick that you want to get with. Lick up in my twat. Lick up in my twat. That's my part. She's got her own brain. She has the right to do whatever she wants to do. She's a grown, rich, business-owning, home-owning black woman. But again, just know, if shit goes sideways, don't make a sharp right and try to come back over here. So in closing, and I'm just going to touch on this real quick because, listen. So Friday was the deadline for Maga to release the Epstein files. And of course, it was some heavily redacted, one-sided bullshit. I saw the pictures of Bill Clinton. I don't give a fuck. Bill Clinton is 2 steps away from the grave, and he's no longer our president. Bill Clinton hasn't been our president since I was 10 years old. I don't care. If he did anything with any young girls, which we're talking about Bill Clinton here, lock him the fuck up. The same way you put the shackles on his feet so he could dance Bill Cosby, the way you locked his old ass up, lock Bill up too. I'm sure Hillary wouldn't mind. She looks like she needs a break. She also looks like she might need to be locked up too. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about Bill Clinton. What I give a fuck about is that y'all got one of them in the goddamn White House behind that desk right now that you hold so sacred. Bitch, I looked at them files, all I saw was black. I said, I'm either looking at the Epstein files or a 2-year-old's Etch-a-Sketch pad. What the fuck is going on here? When is our government gonna stop pussyfooting around this motherfucking dingleberry in a diaper? This bitch can't even look at this motherfucker. He can't even keep his goddamn eyes open. This bitch don't even know his left from his goddamn right. And for real, all of you motherfuckers standing behind this motherfucking walking liver spot need to be locked up for elderly abuse. This man needs to be in a motherfucking home somewhere. rattling off to himself. You are putting your troops in danger. You are putting your people in danger. And mind you, we pay you. You are letting this administration, our government is letting this administration play with our motherfucking money. Christy, no, I'm gotta take a private jet. Fuck that bitch. And fuck you too, Pam Bondi, because you sat up there and you lied to the American people. Talking about we gotta protect young girls. Bitch, please. Then you got that cornhole, casserole, clam chowder cunt, motherfucking Caroline Ku Klux Levitt. All of you need to go to jail. And I hope I live to see it. It's past a goddamn joke. With our money. You crackers better kiss my motherfucking ass. Don't ask me to do shit. I'm a tranny. You don't want me in the bathrooms. You don't want me in the army. You don't want me in the Navy. Leave me the fuck alone. Let me just sit up here and run my mouth and smoke my cigarette and drink my latte in peace. It's like they're trying to kill us slow. What you waiting on, bitch? Drop the bomb already. You want to wipe us out? Stop pussyfooting around and do it already. Because you don't know what kind of agony you are causing so many people in this country with this goddamn motherfucking muffin top ass bitch you got in this goddamn White House. You ought to be ashamed. People out here struggling and striving. Bitch, I went to the grocery store. I got 1 carton of eggs, 2 boxes of apple turnovers, and a goddamn pack of cigarettes. It was $40 goddamn dollars. And you got the nerve to keep on putting this motherfucking dingleberry in a diaper in our goddamn face every day. Fuck that bitch. I'm sick of fucking looking at it. I'm sick of hearing it. I am tired. Either go in there and put that bitch in a convalescent home or shut the fuck up and burn it down already. How dare you? And I'm gonna tell you one thing. You are nowhere near, and listen, I don't fuck with Hitler at all. At all. A disgusting human being that man was. But let me tell you something. He was a whole hell of a lot smarter than all of you motherfucking melatonin maggots put together. Because, bitch, we see through you. It's like watching a 2-year-old steal cookies out the cookie jar while you standing right there and him looking at you like, you don't see me. No, bitch, we see you. You hard to miss with that wide, flat ass and that long, wide ass gut and that crinkled up motherfucking shitty ass pamper you got on and them swole up fucking ankles and that dusty ass motherfucking 360 frontal you got on. And not to mention that sidewalk chalk motherfucking makeup you wear. Bitch, you look like a goddamn container of orange talcum powder. Taboo. JD Vanity. Girl, bye. Y'all some dumbass crackers. You're not as smart as you think you are. Talk about your DEI. I want to send prayers to Australia. They had a mass shooting. You don't ever hear boo out of Australia. Australia has had its troubles in the past, and I believe that they still have some things going on. But you really don't hear boo about Australia. On the first day of, I forgot the name of the Jewish holiday, but it's the first day of the Jewish holiday, somebody decided to walk up and shoot up the event. And guess who saved them? Or attempted to save them. Disarmed the gunman and got shot by the police's goddamn self. A Muslim. Ask me what Maga had to say about it. Not a goddamn thing. For all you Jews that follow MAGA, yeah, you. Then we had the shooting at Brown University. Again, crickets. And then famed Hollywood producer Rob Reiner and his wife murdered at their home, allegedly by their son. But what the information that I just came upon today was that Rob Reiner was working on, and if you don't know who Rob Reiner is, he played Meathead on what's the name of the show? God, I forgot the name of it. But he's made movies like The Princess Bride, Harry Met Sally, and he's an amazing person outside of his work in Hollywood. He really stood up for gay marriage rights, Black Lives Matter, and he is definitely not a fan of Trump. In fact, after he died, after him and his wife were killed, Trump claims that he died of Trump derangement syndrome. Just being a complete fucking pussy. Well, earlier today I came across some information that Rob Reiner was working on a new documentary allegedly about the relationship between Donald Trump and Putin, president of Russia. I find it awfully funny that so many of these people that are against Trump, this is about the second or third person I hear that was against Trump, that was either writing a book or coming out with some new information. Their wayward child went into the house and killed them mysteriously, allegedly. It's a goddamn shame. It really is. It really is. And again, all of us, ordinary people, we're going to have to make a decision. And I am really losing faith in our government. Democrats, Republicans, everybody. And everybody's trying to fight. You know, we got Jasmine Crockett running for Senate. I'm so proud of her. Huge congratulations to Jasmine Crockett. She's doing the goddamn thing. But it's just like, it's got to be more than 2 or 3 people that got some fucking balls in this motherfucker. Grow some fucking balls. Anyway, you guys, that's my time. I love you. I'm going to try to come back before Christmas and give you guys one more episode before Christmas. And then I think I'll come back right before New Year's after, if I can do a show before Christmas. Anyway, I love you. For all my new subscribers and new viewers, like, subscribe, give me your opinions on our stories on today's episode in the comments. I'll be sure to reply. Ciao. I love you. Feliz Navidad.